Tropical moisture in the air tonight. We're in for a wet and rainy one under the lights here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight, hard to believe, our final Thursday night game of the year, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. Dances by him, and he'll be stopped up at the 25. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
You look at this Jaguar defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? Do you just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's... Well short of the first.
It's 4th down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Deep to return is Kevontae Turpin. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. At about the 32. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. That's big Jordan Davis powering in to drop him. So on fourth down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. $37 on the punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Second and 10. Now Hurts on the option right. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a third down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Third and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. A quick throw there is incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was, that was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. You look at this Eagle defense. They come into this one ranked number 5 in the NFL against the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. One in running the ball, one in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up fourth down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
For the field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We spent so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. And they come up here now, first down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Barkley, inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Eagles have recovered. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. A first down carry for Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
First down.
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Misdirection's the key on this play. They line up with 3 receivers to the opposite side of the tight end, and they're all going to work their way across the field and let the tight end slip underneath against flow the other way. They're banking that he can get lost, and that's exactly what happened as they pick up the first down.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Jaguars 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete. It's Bashal Tootin. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 48 yards. And that last throw is going to keep him climbing that all-time passing yards leaderboard as he crosses the 25,000-yard mark now for his career.
He just recently passed Bart Starr. Next up for him, Bob Greasy. That's 2 Hall of Famers, 2 Super Bowl winners, multiple Super Bowl winners. So he's getting up with the legends now. Congratulations. And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
2nd down and a yard.
11. There we go.
Lawrence. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. First time that they called his number tonight, and it gets him a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Son, they said it's hot.
They go play action now. Lawrence on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, Lion. Hey, son. Sink right open.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. Well, he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time I look and repeat that in Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Into space at the 45. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now Hurts changing up the play. Here's a give to Barkley. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. From the 25, here's second down and 8.
No touch that.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 156. That ties him with Terrell Owens for 5th all time. And the Eagles have moved out in front. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 17-10 score. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
25 yards that time.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
Here's Lawrence. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A handoff to Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
That's a gain of 5.
Hurts going to move him around. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Hurts. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, nice move. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles, so as we start the third quarter. Curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Now Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence checks this one down. It's Mitchell. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
They'll get this out to Tootin. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Hurts to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they went standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They go play action with Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They're facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Looking to throw on second down. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Taken down by Pete Werner.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
That's complete. He's got Tootin. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. They go play action with Lawrence. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
11, Agate. 11. All right, here we go. Done.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Lisa 24.
Lawrence will throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off, not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Hunter, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
31, Eagles 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. It's Barkley on the counter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has him be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Eagles on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Hey, easy, 63, back. Delta.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. He's got this to Pickens. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown. Brian Thomas, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Jaguars have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. No problem there on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
38, Eagles 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home. Throwing is Hurts. He's going to air one out. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, Lion! It's hot.
And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Jacksonville, they avoid that 10th loss and move to 7-9 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they dropped to 12-4 on the year. And they will look to turn it around next time out. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.